How's it going, guys? Bibi here with another Bibi's Pick, a series where I pick an anime that I've seen in English and recommend it to all you awesome people at home. So this week I'm recommending Monster Musume. Monster Musume is a 12-episode series with 2 OVAs and a plethora of specials based off of a 12-volume manga series about a young man named Kimihito who is now a host family to 7 monster girls. Released in 2015 by Studio Lurch, the series got a dub by Sentai Filmworks in the same year. The English dub for the series is actually really good. I feel that each of the characters' voices were chosen perfectly. Unfortunately, when you look closer and you take a look at each individual character, you realise only half of them really have any personality or character for that matter. The series is written like your typical harem, which is fine, but it does become a little bit stale without any character development, which is kind of something that this series is lacking. Mia the Snake Girl is your typical main girl in a harem, where she was there first and so she feels like that she gets dibs. She is very jealous and slightly overprotective, but she still has her charm. She is definitely a lot of people's best girls. Not my own, you'll find out who my best girl is in the series very soon. But for the most part, Mia is a sweet character. Her voice is definitely chosen again perfectly, and even though she can become a little bit annoying with her jealousy and overbearingness, her sweet side does come through quite often, so you can kind of bear with it. Pappy the Harpy is your typical hyperactive lolly character. She is not up there on my best girls list for this series. She's kind of down there near the bottom. She has her charm and it's a little bit awkward when she does try to be sexual. It doesn't really work very well. The character design is drawn nicely and I quite like the gag of she has no hands, so she tries to do certain things herself, doesn't work, and then the main male character has to help her where he's being genuine and trying to help, but it just comes off as pervy to anyone else. You're pretty standard stuff when it comes to this type of series. She is definitely one of those characters that lolly fans will enjoy watching. Now, my best girl, Centaurea, who is the centaur, is just so cute. I love her. She is the pure maiden of all of the girls and she is just so cute. I love her interactions with the main character. I feel that she's a little bit more genuine than all of the other girls. Her interactions with the main character feel more real and she's a lot more fleshed out than a lot of the girls as well. As I said earlier, there is an issue with the series where only a certain amount of characters can really get a decent amount of screen time because of the lack of episodes. It is a 12-episode series, as I said, so there's only so much character development that you can put into each girl. And Centaurea is one of those ones that gets a decent amount of backstory, she gets a decent amount of screen time. The only thing that I can say that is slightly annoying about her is her sense of uppityness, if that makes sense. Like, because she's a pure maiden, she's like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I can't do that type thing, or you're a lady, so you should be acting this way. That's the only thing that I kind of can't stand about her, but for the most part, I love her and she is my best girl. So the Slime Girl is kind of there for either the lolly aspect or there for softcore tentacle porn. The times where she kind of pulls out her tentacles and uses them on the girls, that kind of just feels like all that she's there for. I can definitely see her appeal. She is very cute, and the moments where people were worried that she was going to dissolve into the water and, you know, she felt like that she couldn't walk out in the rain and all that kind of stuff, that was nice and it was interesting. But again, I slightly feel that because she turned up in the later part of the series, we just don't really know who this character really is. I could be wrong. I would love to know down in the comments below if there's anything I've missed with these characters, whether it's to do with the manga or anything in the show that maybe I didn't get. If you disagree with me, leave it down there because I want to read them. Miro the mermaid was there for reasons. To be honest, she was a little bit redundant. We didn't get to see her that often at all. She had the whole tragic love thing going on, so either her partner will die or she dies and is leaving behind someone. So I suppose that's a thing. But to be honest, that's all that I really got from her. She's a pretty character, and yeah, that's about it that I can say about Miro, because she just didn't get enough backstory for me to even care that she was there. And Lala, unfortunately, I feel like that she was there just to move the plot along, which isn't good. To be honest, now that I'm sitting here, I can't even remember what character Lala was. Yeah, she's not if I'm correct, she's not even on the front cover. I haven't talked about the Spider-Girl yet, but that's not this character. So yeah, she was there towards the end just to move the story along, unfortunately. So the last person that I need to talk about, or the last monster girl that I need to talk about, is Raknea, who is the Spider-Girl. She has a thing for bondage. She's a bit more older and a lot more mature, and you can definitely tell that with this character. She is again there for the kink factor, but unlike the other characters that turned up towards the end, or again the second half of the series, she did have a little bit of backstory, and I think it was the OVA that we got to see a little bit more in her background. Don't quote me on that, could have been in the series, I just can't remember because it's all on one DVD. So yeah, Raknea's, I always get her name wrong, apologies. Raknea is a nice character. I did kind of like her, but again, I don't know. All of these girls, they're nice, but I just didn't feel a huge connection with them. I ended up with my best girl, as I said, Centaurea, but the rest of them don't even really come close to Centaurea, and I'm not sure why. So as I said before, please leave down in the comments below if I'm wrong. Who's your best girl? Why do you love her? Maybe you might be able to sway my my decision on some of them. So enough about the characters. What was the show actually like? There wasn't a story or a plot as such. It was pretty much every day with monster girls and the hardships that they go through. It was interesting to see. I liked the fact that they showed things like Mia shedding and how she's embarrassed about that, because, you know, it's something that snakes do. I loved all these types of things. Centaurea not being able to go into some stores because of her size, and how people will ridicule them when they're out in public. Not everyone has adapted and accepted the fact that there are monster girls in the world, or monster people I should say, because there are more than just girls. It's just, this is about females. And I really did enjoy that part. I enjoyed that aspect of the show. I felt that it did give the series a little bit more three-dimension. It made the series feel a lot more relatable, as much as monster girls in the world can be relatable. Definitely the one thing that the series has going for it is its animation and art style. It is beautiful, and if you're a little bit younger, be aware that there are sexual moments. There are breasts and nipples, and you know, they want to copulate with the main guy, so it's a little bit more up there on like the PG-13 side, but yeah, be aware of that. I did enjoy the character designs. They were all drawn really nicely. They were made to have, you know, best girl. Unfortunately, because the series was made to have best girl, like a lot of harems, the guy doesn't pick a girl. The whole story kind of behind it as well, which got swept under the rug, was that he was supposed to pick one of them to marry, and he was going to be studied or something. It was a little bit of it was a little while ago since I watched this one, but yeah, so I hate it when there are harems that they don't pick a person. Pick a girl. Be decisive and pick a girl. So there was a little bit of a bugger, but all in all, this series was entertaining. The comedy was quite funny. I did find myself laughing quite a lot. So if you enjoy harems, then I definitely think that you'll enjoy this one. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Maboro. Whether you can say that that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll leave that up to you to decide. It's definitely an ecchi show. It definitely has a lot of boobs and a lot of curves and a lot of sexual tension in this one, and I did really enjoy it. Even though I had a few gripes with it, I would sit down and watch it again. I would like to see more of this series if there was more of it. If you want to pick this one up for yourself, I'll be making sure to leave a link down in the description below to where you can pick it up depending on your region. So for example, for myself in New Zealand or Australia, you can pick it up from Madman. So all of those links are down there for you. And that was my Bibi's pick, Monster Musume. What was your thoughts on this series? Did you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Let me know down there, and who is your best girl? While you're there, please make sure to give this video a big like and share it out to all your friends. Go and check the links below for all my social medias and where you can buy this one. And if you want to see more from me and more videos like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Ojimika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!